Claire has joined us and Joyce Crom.
Okay, Mayor, at this point, you probably need to remind Claire and Joyce to mute themselves, right now, so that we don't get feedback or anything.
Okay, Claire is currently muted and Joyce is also muted.
Okay, all right.
So the public, I've muted you at this point in time. When I call for public participation, if you would like to ask or make a comment, there's an option to raise your hand. You can do that by going to Manage Participants at the bottom of your screen, and that'll bring up a window on the right side of your screen, which will allow you to raise your hand or unmute yourself. So with that, Amy, are we all set?
We are. We're recording.
We are going to call this meeting to order. This is a special meeting of the Huntington Woods City Commission meeting of Wednesday, March 25th. And I'm going to start with a Pledge of Allegiance. If you could all join me in the pledge. Does everyone see the flag?
Yep.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America
and
to this republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First item of business is a matter of consideration of the temporary modification to the city meeting policies and procedures. Do you have anything to add to that, Amy?
No, I outlined a memo of why we need to make these modifications, a suggested resolution, and then Carol drafted the change to the policy for public participation, which you should have received in your agenda packet.
Okay.
Hi there.
Hi, Jules.
I apologize. I apologize.
No problem.
I hope we didn't need a tie.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Support.
Is there any public comment? Please raise your hand if you have a comment. Seeing none, I'm going to do this by roll call vote. Mayor Pro Tem Roselle.
Aye.
Commissioner Elder.
Aye.
Commissioner Jenks.
Aye.
Commissioner Olsman.
Aye.
Mayor Paul is an aye. Any opposed? We've done that. So we have approval of the motion. Moving on to item number 2. It's a matter of consideration of an emergency declaration for the corona COVID-19 pandemic. We have a
Mr. Mayor, I'll move that we approve the declaration of a local state of emergency in accordance with the resolution provided.
Second.
Any public comment? Please raise your hand if you have a comment. Okay, seeing none. Any comments from the commission?
Mr. Mayor, the only thing I would recommend is that the city begin to track its expenses related to COVID-19 if we're not already doing that. Any overtime, costs or anything that's specifically related to COVID-19, so it's easier to recover costs potentially from federal or state government.
No problem.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to also move that we record lost revenue as it relates to the programs in the Recreation Department, since beforehand, to a certain extent, they covered salaries. And at this point in time, although we're paying salaries, we have no incoming revenue.
No problem.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to first say thank you to Amy Sullivan, Carol Rosati, our chief police officer and public safety officers for putting their lives on the line this past week, and they continue to serve the public. They've had a lot thrown at them in the last week from the executive order, from federal government, and have done an incredible job in managing and adjusting city operations. And I understand that we had to take care of those critical new guidelines and orders initially. As we move forward, as a parent and as someone with grandparents as well in our family, I am especially worried about the mental and emotional well-being of our community. And as we move forward, I hope we have the opportunity to look at ways the city can service by using technology, by using innovative new ideas to help our residents feel more connected, especially with the library. I would love to see more online programs when we are ready to do that and to put resources there. We've already sent out information to residents about the resources that we do have online, but in feeling somewhat, feelings of isolation, children not being in school, I think we are all looking for creative ways to help others with their well-being mentally. And so that would be my request moving forward as we have our house in order in the next few weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I do want to mention too, there's an issue that we've seen arise with the Detroit Police Department and the fact that they're losing significant manpower due to the spread of coronavirus within the department. And there is a local health order that requires employers to ask their employees a series of questions when they come to work each day. And I know that our department is proactively shifting some of the calls to by telephone, petty theft, those types of things, where they're not sending an officer out to limit potential exposure to COVID-19. But are our employees that are required to come into work every day, are they being screened by their supervisor to make sure that they're not exhibiting any symptoms and potentially exposing other employees within the department?
And Joe, I can probably answer that. Yes, based on the Oakland County order, we have said if the forms are over at the city, and I'm sure Amy will take care of having those filled out by the employees that actually do come in each day. It's also been forwarded to the Director of Public Safety, and I'm sure that they will follow that protocol.
Yeah, one of the things that Andrew is doing is normally when shifts come in to replace each other, they commingle, if you will, and now he's keeping them separate so that we are minimizing the degree to which our officers are going to be talking and interacting with each other during shift change, just in order to maximize that, the social distancing policies that we need to put in place.
Great, thank you.
I would encourage people to check out what Amy did in the library blast. Kanopy, K-A-N-O-P-Y, provides first-run movies, and there is no charge. All you have to do is sign up for that program. You can get magazines for free on some of the different programs. Please, if you lost or didn't save the city manager's e-blast, call the city, request for that again. The other thing is, if
Okay,
you
Commissioner Jenks, if we could stay on topic here, we have a motion on the floor to adopt the emergency declaration for the coronavirus.
all right.
Let's finish that item of business. Any other commissioner comments?
No.
Go ahead, Commissioner Roseman. Was that a no? Okay, with that, we will have a roll call vote once again. Mayor Pro Tem Rozell,
Yes.
Commissioner Elder,
Aye.
Commissioner Jenks,
Aye.
Commissioner Olsman,
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. With that, the motion carries. Now we're going to move on to public participation. This is an opportunity for the public to make a comment. If you would like to make a comment, let's start with those that have joined with video. Raise your hand. We also have a couple people that have joined us audio only. Do they have any comments? Okay, hearing that, they're hearing none. I'm just going, before we adjourn the meeting, I just want to also send appreciation on behalf of the entire city commission to the time and care our city staff has given to our community during these trying times. In Huntington Woods, our city has the tagline of the city of homes. So let's live up to that and stay at home as much as possible, stay safe, and do our best to slow the spread of the coronavirus. With that, meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.